Do you remember Free Radical? I kind of do. They're the creators of the Timesplitters trilogy. And Haze. Then became Crytek UK and made even more first-person shooters. I remember people gushing over the Timesplitters games back in the day. I never saw the appeal myself, blasphemy I'm sure, but those are way too mainstream for this show. No, today we're going to look at their only non-first-person shooter, the 2004 stealth action title Second Sight. Published by good old Codemasters. I cannot say Codemasters without thinking of Fantasy World Dizzy. Yes, I'm an old man. When a developer leaves its comfort zone to try something different, gamers can understandably be apprehensive, but the stealth action formula is usually a safe bet. Free Radical have got this. From a POV perspective, someone has been wheeled into a high-security medical facility.
Hey, come on, Harry, buzz me through.
Groggy and barely conscious, they overhear the guards' banter.
Is this guy a mess or what?
That's not
They don't know who this is, and no information is divulged about what happened for him to end up here.
like he's ever getting out.
Why can't I remember anything?
Waking up with a splitting headache and no memory. As the player, we are left just as confused as our protagonist. I like this approach when presented with something unfamiliar. It reminds me of Myst. You're transported to a mysterious island, no instructions or goal in mind, just off you go and figure it out. Wandering the room, game hints are given by him never shutting the hell up.
I gotta get this door open. I guess that switch out there opens the door. I don't understand what's going on at all.
Oh, my foot hurts. What's that smell? Oh, did I leave the oven on? He refuses to believe that he removed his restraints just by thinking about them, but tries the same method with the door lock, and presto, it works.
Whoa! How the?
Alright, telekinesis. Now we can throw anything around that isn't nailed down.
What's happening?
New abilities are unlocked with the power of cutscenes. Now our guy can heal himself. Psychic abilities use psi power, which regenerates over time. Now to get out of here. Looking at his wristband, it reads John Vatic.
Excuse me? I'm Vatic.
6 months ago, a confused Dr. John Vatic arrives at the Castine US Marine Base. He's been brought in for his expertise, but for what? He'll know at the briefing. But for now, he's been advised to brush up his non-existent weapon skills. This is where the real tutorial takes place. More detailed stealth techniques and firearms training. Second Sight is primarily a stealth game, but you can go the guns option. This is a breath of fresh air from the norm. Most games that give you this option will say, play it your way, take the stealth route or go in guns blazing, and then chastises you for going in guns blazing, because they tend to put in a morality mechanic and killing bad. Not here. As long as you complete the stage, you complete the stage. The stages are not ranked and there's no alternative outcomes. So if you choose to sneak past the guard, psi power a microwave into their head, or blow their head off, the game will just look the other way, I guess. The training is standard video game fare. Learn to climb, shimmy, use cover and crawl through tunnels, etc. The use of the various weapons is done at the firing range. Like the telekinesis ability, aiming uses a lock-on feature. Some of you may be thinking, auto-aim, that's for noobs. Yeah, well, it can't be turned off, so tough shit.
Hello, Dr. Vatic. I'm Franklin.
Franklin here will teach John sniping, and I swear she's not saying deadly.
Deadly. Deadly.
Yeah, I'm a diddly sniper.
And has expressed some concern that his research could be a threat in the wrong hands.
John has been brought in to accompany a squad into Eastern Europe for Operation Winter Ice. A Dr. Viktor Grienko has resurfaced after false rumours of his death, following his research into revolutionary psychology. Now in Siberia, Grienko is continuing his work. Operation Winter Ice needs to locate him and find out what he's up to. With them is Jane Wilde, a medium. As a man of science, John sees psychics as charlatans and thinks this whole operation is ridiculous.
Winter ice.
The stages are interspersed between present John piecing together the aftermath of an incident, and past John leading up to it brought on by flashbacks. Back to present John and let's keep escaping! But before that, John needs to sneak into patient records to find out the reason why he's been brought here, but all he can find are vague clues about what happened to him and Jane. Jane has also been incarcerated, but in an insane asylum in Vermont. Great, after battling his way out of one institution, John needs to break into another one. And is it mandatory that insane asylums need to be creepy? More abilities unlock, like projection, allowing John to project a ghost of himself, which can pass through laser barriers and operate stuff, and charm, which makes him temporarily invisible. But to the security cameras? I don't know. I never quite figured that out.
What the hell did they do to you? It's me. John, remember? That's it, Jane. You can do it. Come on, it's time to go.
Hooray, an escort mission. As much fun as it is dragging Jane around without her getting shot, now we have to do it in a smelly, and it's a video game so very elaborate sewer system. As the intertwining stages progress, the closer their timelines come together. The closer the squad comes to finding Grienko and what his research involves, and John discovering what happened to him, Jane and the rest leading up to that point. There are some stages where stealth is necessary and makes more sense, like indoors, where there are lots of places to hide, different rooms to duck into, beds and tables to sneak under, etc. Outdoors, not so much. You're not punished for not stealthing, so let's forget subtlety for a moment and find Grienko. Deeper into Siberia, the squad locate an old military facility, being used by Grienko for his experiments. When getting closer, John starts seeing ghostly visions of children, beckoning for him to follow them. Okay, this is getting creepy. Damn it, Grienko, have you been performing your experiments on children?
Well, made it into the church elevator, sir. We're on his tail.
You idiots. You have them outgunned and you still let one slip through. Make sure he doesn't get any further.
These experiments, named the Xena Project, have caught the attention of the director of the NSE, Silas Hansen, who wants to take Grienko's work back to America for further nefarious reasons. The closer John gets to the truth, the more frequent the visions become. When past John makes a mistake that results in a game over, the game cuts back to the medical facility, Hansen interrogating him on how the events played out, and these visions show John how it played out. Or playing out. Okay, spoiler time. I have to talk about this because, 1, the ending won't make sense if I don't, and 2, this is so clever, I didn't see it coming, and it's kind of the big twist the whole game has been building up to. John's visions of the past with winter ice are not the past, it's the present. Amnesia John is a vision of a possible future. The entire time, John has had another psychic ability, precognition, and him ending up that way is just a possible outcome. And if you can see the future, you can change it. The player has been witness to John's second sight the entire game. Well, damn Free Radical, you got me there.
So, you even know my name? Well, I'm impressed.
Deep underground, John finds Hansen with more imprisoned children. He frees them to help him take Hansen down. Hansen planned on using John along with the Xena Project, but he didn't plan on this.
What? No, stay back. What do you want? Stay away from me.
So, how did John end up in hospital with no memory? Well, he didn't. This is a well thought out, well made game with an engrossing story that makes you want to keep playing until the end. The stealth actually works, the combat may hold your hand but it does make it less frustrating, and the psychic abilities are fun to use and make for some interesting puzzles. Free Radical did a good job here with a nicely polished title. Sadly, the PC version isn't available in the usual places. So, if you want that, you'll have to track down a physical copy.